I have come with the module 9.7 for computation of capital gain. So here you have to remember that with this module we are completing this chapter. So I told you all the theoretical concepts, all the computations individually we have learned. Now in this module we are going to learn the computation of full problems. Full problem meaning you will not get individual sections. There will be 2-3 sections. Sometimes you have to assume also which section will be applicable. See, I told you section 54F, how you find out that hint is he does not own any other house property on that date. That is how you will remember section 54F will be applicable in this case. So I'm going to do 6 problems, and that simple. I made it very simple. Different sections I have used, and these were the usual adjustments you can expect at the undergraduate level. The first problem, Mr. C sold his residential house on 1/11/2019 for rupees 1 crore 67 lakhs 50,000, which he had purchased on 1/2/2002 for 41 lakhs. CII is 100. You know that that is the year when we are starting the indexing. Now he had spent 5,61,000 in 2003-4. Index value is given 109. He had agreed to sell the house to Mr. K. That he had spent 5,61,000. Then he had agreed to sell the house to Mr. K and received an advance of 10 lakh in the previous year, 2005-2006. But the transaction was not materialized and the amount was forfeited by Mr. C. See, I have to tell you, in the earlier module also we have explained that. See, when the advance money is not forfeited, one adjustment is important. See, if the prior to 1st April 2014, if this advance money is not repaid back, what we will do, from the cost price we will reduce. But after 1st April 2014, if it happened, we will go take it as income from other sources. So that adjustment we have already done in one module for capital gain. So now I am adjusting this new, that is prior to April 1st, 2014. So in this case, we are reducing the amount from the cost price. So because it's before 2014. Remember, after 2014, if this is the adjustment, we will not adjust with the cost price. That amount we will show it as a note saying that this will go to income from other sources. Now, compute the taxable capital gain of Mr. C. If he bought a new residential house property on 1/11/2020 for rupees 25 lakhs and invested rupees 15 lakhs on 1/11/2020 in NHAI, National Airports Authority of India funds notified under section 54 EC. So CII for 2005-6 is 170 and 2019-20 is 301. So the solution, table showing the computation of taxable capital gain. So 2 exemptions he is claiming here. One is section 54 and one is section 54 EC. He has invested in National Airports Authority of India. So sale price is 1 crore 67 lakhs 50,000. Cost price 41 lakhs less advance money forfeited. So that we have to find out. See, advance money forfeited is 10 lakhs. So the cost price is reduced to 31 lakhs. Now index cost is 31 lakhs into 301 divided by 100, 85 lakhs 60,550. Now index cost of improvement, 2005 improvement happened to this house, 5,61,000. So 5,61,000 into 301 divided by 109, it's 15,49,183. So from the sale price, when you reduce this value, both these values together, 85,60,550 plus 15 lakhs 49,183, you will get 1 crore 1,09,733. Now LTCG 66 lakhs 40,267. Now 2 exemptions he can claim. One, he purchased the new house property for 25 lakhs plus National Highways Authority of India, he has invested 15 lakhs. So 40 lakhs he can claim and the balance will be taxable. 26 lakhs 40,267 will be taxable LTCG. Now problem 2, compute taxable capital gain of Mrs. J for the assessment year 2021. Cost of acquisition of residential house in 2001 and 2, 55 lakhs. Sale proceeds as on 2/8/2019, 2 crore 10 lakhs. Cost of construction of new residential house property and used by his sister for self-residence. that is 40 lakhs. So here you have to remember, so far we have not done this problem. See, whether one house property he purchased, it is not necessary that he has to stay in that house. One house property for his own occupation he can buy and he can claim the exemption. In this case, his sister is staying, but that means sister will be paying some rent, or even if there is no not paying rent, that is not our consideration. We can allow the exemption. Sometimes he will be collecting rent from the sister, or a nominal amount he will be charging. So that is not the concern. If he bought a new residential house property, he is eligible to claim the exemption. So that is why it's mentioned. He is not staying there. His sister is staying as her self-residence. So here also SSC is eligible to claim the exemption. So CII for 2001-2 is 100, 2019-20 is 301. Now computation, table showing the computation of taxable capital gain of Mrs. J for the assessment year 2021. Sale proceeds of residential house 2 crore 10 lakhs. Less index cost of acquisition 55 lakhs into 301 divided by 100. 1 crore 65 lakhs 55,000. LTCG, that is sale proceeds minus index cost of acquisition. You are getting 44 lakhs 45,000. Less exemption under section 54 because he bought a new residential house property 40 lakhs. Taxable LTCG is 4 lakhs 45,000. Now third problem, from the following particulars compute the taxable capital gain of Mrs. K for the assessment year 2021. Self-cultivated agricultural land in 2002 and 3. So it is agricultural land 16 lakhs. Sold this land on 10/8/2019 70 lakhs. Invested in purchase of a new house on 10/9/2019 20 lakhs. Purchased another agricultural land on 10/10/2019 15 lakhs. So CII for 2002-3 is 105, 2019-20 is 301. He did not own any other house property. So here you have to remember two sections will be applicable. One is 54, one is 54B. Now table showing the computation of Mrs. K for the assessment year 2021. Sale proceeds of agricultural land 70 lakhs. Less index cost. Index cost is 16 lakhs into 301 divided by 105. You will get 45 lakhs 86,667. Long-term capital gain is 70 lakhs minus 45 lakhs 86,667. You will get 24 lakhs 13,333. Now less exemption under section 54B. He is purchasing new agricultural land. So within the time period allowed, it is allowed 15 lakhs he can claim. Now balance LTCG is there 9 lakh 13,333. Now less exemption under section 54F. So he has invested in new house property, but the full amount is not invested. See, he has invested 20 lakhs, but the balance we have to calculate the proportion. Proportion is LTCG, the value you are getting from the solution, into amount invested in new house property. So amount invested in new house property is 20 lakhs. Now sale consideration is 70 lakhs. See why we are calculating this proportion, I will tell you. Sale proceeds of agricultural land he got 70 lakhs. But what he has invested, 15 lakhs he has invested in purchase of new agricultural land. Plus 20 lakhs he has invested for new house property. 35 lakhs only he has invested. So he cannot get full tax exemption. That is why we are calculating the proportionate value. So that is LTCG into amount invested in the new house property is 20 lakhs divided by net sale consideration 70 lakhs. So he will get 6 lakhs 89,523 exemption. 2,23,810 will be taxable. Now the fourth problem, Mr. N sold a plot of land on 10/7/2019. CII is 301 for 60 lakhs 50,000. Cost of acquisition on 15/6/2007. CII is 129, rupees 15 lakhs. Selling expenses amounted to rupees 50,000. So selling expenses you have to remember that we can reduce. Then only you will get the net sale consideration. On 10/8/2019 he made the following investments. Purchase of National Highways Authority of India securities notified under section 54 EC 10 lakhs. Invested in a new residential house property 35 lakhs. Now he did not own any other residential house property on that date. So this is the hint that you have to use 54F. Compute the taxable capital gain of Mr. N for the assessment year 2021. Now solution, table showing the computation of taxable capital income of Mr. N for the assessment year 2021. Sale consideration 60 lakhs 50,000. Less expenses on sale 50,000. I told you expenses on sale, whether it is there or not, you remember to write that. Net sale consideration 60 lakhs. Index cost is 15 lakhs he used for purchasing. Into 301 divided by 129, you will get 35 lakhs. Long-term capital gain is 60 lakhs minus 35 lakhs, you will get 25 lakhs. Less exemption under section 54 EC. National Highways Authority of India. Whatever he has invested, 10 lakhs. Balance LTCG is 15 lakhs. Now, he has not invested the full amount. So, he had to calculate the proportionate value. Proportionate value, I told you how he is calculating. 25 lakhs into 35 lakhs divided by 60 lakhs. 25 lakhs LTCG value is there in the solution. 35 lakhs is given in the question. And 60 lakhs net sale consideration 60 lakhs. So, the taxable LTCG you will get. Now, problem 5. Mr. A acquired a plot of land on 30/6/2006. CII is 122 for rupees 75 lakhs and spent rupees 2,85,000 for registration. So here you have to remember whatever the amount spent for registration we have to add to the cost. Now this plot was sold for 2 crore 10 lakhs on 30/6/2019. He had purchased a new house for 40 lakhs on 1/8/2018. He had also paid 50,000 as ground rent. Ground rent already I have explained, it's a revenue expenditure. We will not allow any deduction. So please remember that ground rent, it's a revenue expenditure. We are doing with capital expenditure. So we will not allow any exemption for ground rent. Compute the taxable capital gain for the assessment year 2021. Now solution, table showing the computation of taxable capital gain of Mr. A for the assessment year 2021. Sale consideration 2 crore 10 lakhs. Less expenses on sale, it is not there. Just to remember that. I am putting in the statement. Net sale consideration 2 crore 10 lakhs. Less index cost 75 lakhs plus the registration charges. So 77 lakhs 85,000 into 301 divided by 122. You will get 1 crore 92,000 7,254. Now LTCG you will get net sale consideration minus your index cost. So you will get 17 lakhs 92,746. Now less exemption under section 54F. Invested in the one house year, invested in one house before the exemption period. Invested in the house 1 year before it is exempted, because 1 year before, see if you see the date 2018 itself he has made the investment, so he is eligible to claim the exemption. Now how you calculate? LTCG into amount invested in new house property divided by net sale consideration. You are getting 3,41,475. When he is not investing the full value, he will only get a proportionate value. So the balance taxable capital gain is long-term capital gain. 14,51,271. Now the last question for this module. Mr. K purchased 2 plots of land on 1/3/2003 for rupees 2,48,000 and the second plot on 1/3/2018 for 2,23,000. He sold both the plots on 1/1/2020 for rupees 19 lakhs and the second plot for 8 lakhs. He bought some gold jewellery on 1/8/2004 for rupees 5,20,000 and sold on 1/1/2020 for rupees 20 lakhs. Now he had purchased a new house property with the entire capital gain generated to buy a new house property on 1/1/2020, as he did not have a house property on that date. So CII for 2002 and 3 is 105, 2004 and 5 is 113, 2017 and 18 is 272, 2019 and 20 is 301. Compute the taxable capital gain of Mr. K for the assessment year 2021. Now solution, table showing the computation of taxable capital gain of Mr. K for the assessment year 2021. Now sale consideration for the second plot. It is short term, it is not long term. So it is 8 lakhs and less cost price. There is no indexing for short term capital gain. Only for long term we are doing indexing. So short term capital gain taxable 5,77,000. Now sale consideration of first plot is long term. If you see the period of holding, it's long term. So it's 19 lakhs less index cost 2,48,000 into 301 divided by 105. LTCG on plot you will get 7,10,933. No, sale consideration minus index cost 7,10,933 you will get. LTCG on this first plot is 11,89,067. Now less index cost sale consideration of jewelry 20 lakhs less index cost 5,20,000 into 301 divided by 113. So LTCG on jewelry is 20 lakhs minus 13,85,132. Now 6,14,863. So here, if you read the question thoroughly, you have to remember that entire sale consideration he has invested in the new house property. The house property value is not given in the question. So please read the question carefully. Entire amount. That meaning you don't have to use the equation of 54F itself. This total 11,89,067 and 6,14,868. If you add up, you will get 18,03,935. So full long-term capital gain is exempted in this case because in the question, the new house property purchase price is not given. One hint is given. He has paid the entire sale consideration to buy the new house property. That meaning for this entire long-term capital gain is exempted. Now taxable short-term capital gain. So 5,77,000 he has to pay the tax. Now we have come to the conclusion or we have come to the end of computation of capital gain. I hope that it's important. I told you it's important and I hope that the computation is clear to you. I have made it very simple. I have divided into small modules. In the final module, I have included 6 problems with different sections. So that is what you can expect in the undergraduate level. I don't want to give you more difficult problems because the whole idea of teaching like this educational videos is to simplify each and every subject. See, earlier I used to communicate with my students using textbooks. So I have authored about 100 textbooks in commerce. That is how I learned this magic of teaching or explaining the concepts in a simple way. So this will help the students all over the country because I want you to get the benefit, maximum benefit, especially when you're going for online education. So this will help you. And my 22 textbooks are recommended textbooks for the Bangalore University. See, I never expected all this. See, this the support. Everywhere I used to see my books. I was to be very happy because I'm sharing my knowledge with others. So this will be another platform and this is a new venture. Please support me. Then you will get more help because I'm going to put all the subjects in the educational platform. And I'm going to give my Alice Mani educational videos. You can search in the YouTube and you can get all this entire syllabus income tax. Now different one subject I'll take and I'll put all the entire syllabus comparing the syllabus of different universities and so that it will be helpful for students all over the country. And I want you to learn happily this subject. So that is how you will get the maximum benefit. Thank you for watching and have a blessed learning experience and thank you. And we will see the next module with income from other sources. Then all the heads of income will be completed. Then we have to do the deductions. Then we have to set off and carry forward. All these sections will be there. So this next module is income from other sources. Thank you.